guys, welcome back to the Cambridge United save here on FIFA 22. We're cracking on with Season 2 here as we try to get ourselves out of League 1. We are much stronger than we were after some really pleasing business in the transfer window yesterday. We're hoping to do more business today if we can. As we mentioned yesterday, we're looking to loan in a centre-back and a wide man. My frustration at the moment is that almost everybody that's on the loan list is listed as unwilling to relocate. So at the moment, even more of your suggestions all look like they're, unfortunately, because of presumably bugs in the game code, going to be unwilling to relocate. We're also looking to potentially loan a winger as well and looking to sell Varga, but all unwilling to relocate. So it seems that the loan system for a lower league club in this save, for whatever reason, is just not going to be able to be utilised to the best of its ability. We were eventually able to find a striker to come in on loan in yesterday's episode, that being Sadie from Bournemouth, and it's actually the man that was on loan from Bournemouth with us last year that got recalled, Sam Sherring, that appears to be one of my very few options at centre-back to loan in again this year. So I will try and loan in Sam Sherring. I may end up keeping hold of Varga for the time being, and I will ask you if, rather, because my plan was to have one free agent signing a year and use the loan system. But the loan system appears to be broken. So I will ask you now, let me know in the comment section down below, moving forward, shall I disregard the loan system and allow myself 2 free agent signings per season? Maybe 1 per window, perhaps. 1 per window. Let me know in the comment section down below and I will do your bidding. I'm going to try and loan Sam Sherring back to the club. We had him last year. We didn't really use him that much, but he would be utilised more this year than in previous. So, hopefully, they will agree to this deal. In fact, 80% is absolutely fine. And hopefully Sam Sherring will agree to come in and we won't have a problem trying to get him to join the club. So we'll have that backup centre-back. I am currently missing a backup centre-back of any real quality as Joby's only 56 rated. Sadie we were able to get in at the minute. Whilst Varga is still here, I have 2 go-to backup wingers. The intention was to replace Varga, and he may well get sold at some point in this latter stage of the summer transfer window. If he does, then I'll just make do until January, or if you guys allow me that second free agent signing, I might make it prior to January, but then obviously not make any more free agent signings for the rest of the year. Our one free agent signing thus far this season is George Honeyman, of course, released from Hull, who are relegated and now are in our league. In fact, do we play them today? No, we don't play Hull today. It's tomorrow that we have Hull. So Crewe, Forest Green, Salford. We've added another Carabao Cup game drawing against Sheffield United, Gillingham and Barrow. The 2 cup games I'll sim. We don't care about the Papa Johns. And the Carabao Cup, Sheffield United, I'd probably lose anyway, so I'll sim it with the rotation 11 and they'll get some more first team football. So we'll play Crewe, we'll play Forest Green, we'll play Salford, who've just come up from the league below, and probably sim the game against Gillingham as well. So we'll go play, sim, and then end the transfer window. Sounds like a plan to me. Hopefully it sounds like a plan to you. Drop the video a like if you're enjoying this second season so far. I'm really pleased with the signings we made. We really should have had 2 wins from our opening 2 games. Wigan were just absolutely rock solid at the back when it came to them playing with 10 men for all but 2 minutes of the opening game of the season on the final day of the month of July. But today, hopefully away from home against Crewe, who are struggling so far this season, with a full strength side, we can get a victory. Like I say, drop the video a like, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more videos. And of course, that feedback down below is going to be crucial for the save moving forward, because the loan system seems to be quite broken. Let me just quickly double check that Crewe have all of the players in the right position for their side. Obviously, in lower league football, it's harder to tell at a glance if everybody's in the right position because I'm not fully familiar with everybody's full squads. But everybody's in the right place for Crewe, so everybody will be in the right place for me as well. And we will crack on with our first game of the day. Crewe line up in that dreaded 5-back, but hopefully we can get the better of it today. Will Jaskalainen still in goal for them. Josh Lundstrom at right back. Luke Offord, Sass Davis and Roberto Lopez in their back 3 with Ria Adebisi on the left-hand side of the wing-back roles. Oliver Finney, Tom Lowry and Magic Gomez in the middle with Chris Long and Basala Sambu up top. We are now definitely one of the strongest 11s, certainly 11s if not squads, in the whole division. So promotion is a must for us this season and I won't accept anything less. Finney driven inside but well picked off by Lloyd Jones, who has grown a little bit since the beginning of the season, as we hoped he would do. Now he's getting that regular first team spot. Unfortunately, the pass was given away, but at least his defensive abilities are still pretty good. Josh Key doing his defensive abilities well there as well. Our new right back. So three new signings in the starting 11, of course, with Josh Key, George Honeyman, and Afalian on the far side. And obviously, it almost feels like having more new signings with the fact that Jack Iredale and Lloyd Jones are in the starting 11 regularly now. So it feels like I've got 5 new men in the 11. Oh, good save by Askelainen to deny last season's club and league top goal scorer Joe Ironside from giving us a 1-0 lead there. Cross delivered by, oh, the man out wide. Ironside misses out on that header. It will drop to Lancaster. He'll try and nod this down. It will fall to Lloyd Jones. Well, defensively he's solid, but clearly passing and, well, to be fair, it was blocked at source. I can't really judge him from that shot, can I? But certainly I should perhaps have looked for the pass to find someone who would have stood a better chance of burying that in the back of the net. 14 minutes in, it's been mainly all us, but no goals yet. Lowry, Finney, Long. Oh, there's a goal now. Brilliantly tucked away in the bottom corner, under pressure with the defender on his shoulder, but slammed into that bottom corner. Bit of a daisy cutter, fired in low. Nice ball around the corner here, first time from their number 14, and that's a really good finish. Top quality strike from a player who's not that highly rated, to be fair, but he's buried that one. Accuracy unmatched by ourselves so far. 1-0 Crew. Honeyman into Chapman. Harvey's itching to make that run in behind, so I'll allow him to do so. Afalian will get the ball back to him here. And Chapman will lay that in front of George Honeyman. And Harvey's there around the corner. And Harvey will try from the edge of the box. It's blocked well by Lopez. To give their striker credit, Chris Long did come up, or the graphic came up after Chris Long's goal, saying 3rd goal in 3 games for him in League One so far this season. So he is playing well. And perhaps I shouldn't judge what he's done so far or our lack of ability in the backline there to deal with that run, because he's an informed player that's clearly still in a good vein of form. Can Joey get on the end of this? He tried, but Sass Davis knocks it away. Honeyman underneath it. Oh! Had the keeper worried, but over the bar. How's their crossing if he's actually going to even bother? He could do. The opportunity's there. He's delaying with it. Gets it to Finney. Pull back to the edge of the box to Long. And Dimmy makes the save. Crew pressing for a second. Other than their goal, it's been all at the other end of the pitch. But they did score the goal and I haven't. So that's the difference so far. They've been able to actually make their attacking play, limited as it may have been, actually pay dividends. And we haven't yet. But there's still 45 minutes left to go in this game. And we saw from previous games last season that games can turn around quite quickly. And hopefully it will do in the second half. Joel Matip has gone to Spurs apparently so far in this window. There have been some bigger moves go through. Iredale will look in there to Nibs, and if Afalian had kept himself onside, I could have maybe played the ball through. Chapman to Honeyman. Ah, he's offside there, Lancaster, isn't he? No, he's on. Genuinely thought he was off there, and I thought I'd rushed it. Perhaps I do need to be a little bit more patient with the way that I'm trying to break down the opposition here. Lancaster in the box. Joey didn't make the break in. I was really hoping that Ironside would push in there. Can Josh Key find him with the delivery? He might find Honeyman with the delivery. He has! And a glancing touch from our new central midfielder isn't quite enough to find the angle he needed for the goal. Perhaps put off by the man coming towards him. Did well to still win the header, but couldn't aim it goalwards. Here's Long. Oh, it's nicely through. Battered away by Dimmy. Relatively comfortable save. I've got changes waiting to be made now. Nibs inside there. I'll look for Joey. And we will find him, but again, the touch doesn't keep it away from the defender, and unfortunately, Crew have the opportunity to try and build. Just 10 minutes to go here now, which obviously with 4-minute halves really isn't that long at all. 10 in-game minutes, not 10 in real-life minutes. Chapman will work this out wide to Afalian. Can he keep that in? He should be able to, and will do so. Just need to beat the man. I can't quite do it. Work it back centrally via Iredale to Chapman to Honeyman to Joey. Joey Ironside. Oh, I tell you what. I need Joey's dribbling to be better. Because, or maybe it's just me delaying too long. I'm just not I'm not clicking with him so far this season, and it's really frustrating, but he is good in the air. Not that he'll have the chance to use that aerial ability, because Aflian's cross was wank. 3.5 minutes to go. I've made changes, but they've not got much time to make an impact now. Adam May on in midfield, Sam Smith on up top, but I feel like we're not going to necessarily have the opportunity to try and find that equaliser. We have had some dramatic late equalisers in this save before. Most notably recently, Harvey Nibbs against Sunderland in the latter stages of last season. But so far in the league, we've had a draw and a win. And now, ooh, it looks like we might be getting a defeat. Unless Sam Smith has something to say about it, which he could. Joey Ironside, Aflian, please be onside. Please, no! Oh, I thought I timed it right. He ran off and I thought he was just going to be back on by the time I played the pass. That is my fault. The chance was there then to equalise and I've thrown it away. I had 5 chances, 5 shots at least, and plenty more to try and get a shot away. But I really need to improve Joe Ironside's dribbling because the amount of times he gets the ball and then his touch either one way or the other, or with the heaviness of it, he's getting the ball away from him and he's not quite able to utilise his finishing ability. With regards to his development, I am training him as such, I think. With Poacher, I think his dribbling is improving. Agility and reactions, actually, no. Can I train his ball control and his dribbling? I can. I'll do that. With regards, if you recall what I said about trying to lean away from training players to have 5-star weak foots and 5-star skills, because obviously that's pretty unrealistic, I've decided, because I don't use the skill moves very rarely at all, I think I'm okay with training players to have a 5-star skill because I'm not going to use it. I would use the 5-star weak foot. So I'll change to mobile striker. We'll try and train Joey's dribbling, and that should hopefully make him a bit better and a bit more effective up top with the ball at his feet rather than utilising just his head. But I need to get back into the habit of using Joey as just a finisher. Like playing through, he can take a one-touch finish and just bury the ball in the back of the net rather than trying to use him in the build-up. Because evidently that's not really working. Sam Shering is in on loan. We've had a bid for Harvey Nibbs from Darmstadt of 1.2 million, but he's going absolutely nowhere. Certainly not to anyone in the lower divisions of Germany, that's for sure. Austria Vienna have now bid for Joe Ironside. Like I say, and like I've said previously, I'm willing to consider bids from clubs for my starting players, but only if they make sense realistically. Like Erzno Cablo Yeni Matalyaspor would never in a bajillion years in real life consider coming in for Liam O'Neill, so I will reject that. Varga. Now, he's a player I was looking to sell. When it comes to players I just want to get rid of, I am willing to sell them to anyone. But when it comes to players that are practically, effectively getting poached, that I don't want to sell, I would like to try and do those sales a little bit more realistically. So Varga, the bid has come in. He's not worth much, unfortunately. So I'll propose a new transfer fee of like 620 or 630, and maybe they'll be willing to go that high. No, they're not willing to go anywhere near that high. Okay, 570 to 630 I didn't feel was that much of a jump, to be honest. It certainly was worth negotiation. Evidently not. We shall learn from that experience and be better in our negotiations next time around. Varga, for the time being, stays. We are currently on 4 points and 3 points off second, so there's nothing to worry about yet. Forest Green away is the next fixture, so let's head there now. Forest Green with the experienced Luke McGee in goal. Kane Wilson at right back, Godwin Malif at centre back alongside Moore Taylor and Cargill, with Nicky Cadden at left back. More attacking this time from Forest Green, and a 5-back with a 2-1-2. Stevenson and Diallo, with Ebu Adams there at Camel behind Jamil Matt and Jake Young. We are away from home at Forest Green. I've made one change. Actually, no, I've made 2 changes. Aflian was slightly tired, so Varga comes in. And actually, Sam Smith is getting the nod ahead of Harvey Nibbs. Other than that, we are as you would expect us to be. So, let's see if we can't add a second win and have that be the next, or the first area, actually, of our win-loss-draw column to get a 2 in it. We've won 1, we've drawn 1, we've lost 1. So let's make sure that we've won 2 by the end of this one. Varga is in behind. Joey's lagging a little bit behind everyone. I'm not going to be able to get the ball away, but they've given it back to me. Oh! And Iredale will somehow manage to keep that in. A little bit disjointed in the opening few minutes here from us, but trying to find that to Joey, which we've done well enough. But I can't get away from the defender. We'll quickly forward there to Luke Young. Jamil Matt to Luke Young again. That's floating and was dangerous. It needed saving. Timmy obliged and made said save, but it certainly needed the intervention because that was drifting dangerously towards that far corner. Idell here with me, pointing where he wants it, as is George Chapman. We'll lay that in front of George Honeyman. George to George. Really good with the ball at his feet. Oh, George Honeyman, his dribbling is better than anyone else that we've got in the side at the minute. Even Harry Chapman, I'd say, he's got better close control than, but unfortunately Joey's shot there was a little bit wild. Cadden through the gap, and it's opening up a little bit for Forest Green here. Jamil Matt out wide to Wilson. Driving in towards the box, then forced backwards by good defending from Jack Iredale. Then wins it back, but falls over, and we won't get rid of it. Thought Varga was going to get to that. Here's Diallo, nice interception from the defender, and now a counter perhaps of sorts. George Honeyman on the break, and Joey looking to get played in behind. He's not the fastest, but he's quick enough, I think, to get away here, work the angle, and, well, hopefully, we thought, bury the chance. He can't quite believe that Luke McGee has denied him the opening goal of the game there. Can we get to this with George Chapman? Not quite. George Honeyman will recover, and we'll try and spin on it. Just keep it away from the man. You can see the close control there from him. And we'll look for Varga, and Varga has, well, actually Smith. And Smith to Josh Key. Josh Key back centrally. Joey hits it early first time. Was hoping he'd take it on his right. On his left, he's pulled the shot wide. Good header by Jones. Really rose well there. Lancaster will get that quickly inside to Honeyman. Here's Sam Smith. We'll look for Varga. I think I just drifted offside. We get an advantage from the handball that we will actually take and try and work a free kick. Oh, I wanted to take that quickly, actually. Chapman will take it relatively quickly, and Varga will find Jack Iredale. Iredale, oh, drawing the save out of McGee. Didn't really have many other options there. We'll try and look for Joey from the corner, as we always do. It actually could be Lloyd Jones underneath. I think that might have been defender. No, it was Lloyd Jones, and it wasn't very accurate. You can see how furious Joe Ironside was there, that the ball didn't fall to him. Joey has not clicked with me in this second season so far. Hopefully we don't get a bout of second season syndrome with him, and we don't find that our goals dry up. He was instrumental for our promotion campaign last season, and without his 24 goals in the league, we would have been nowhere near where we were come the end of it. No idea why that clearance was so bad, but because no other player in our side actually got above double figures, I don't think. Stevenson driving in, Iredale in the way. He's kept it in there, Stevenson. They're still looking dangerous here. Jamil Matt has support straight at the keeper, who gobbles up at the second attempt. We'll pump this forward, and hopefully Sam Smith can nod this down to a teammate. She has there. Chapman who's with him. Try and lift that, looking for Varga, and it will reach him. And Varga's ridden the challenge well. Chapman is perhaps. Oh, I thought I was going to be able to find him inside. It's a awful cross. Fuck. Drawn all over the pitch at the minute. And here's Cadden. The option to play the ball through to the man in the box was there. Here's Jamil Matt again. He's turned nicely. And again, the shot isn't good enough from Forest Green. They've drawn a save out of Dimmy a couple of times in this game so far, but it hasn't been too difficult for the goalkeeper to stop. As it stands, it's going to be 0-0 at half-time, so there's still plenty to be played for and plenty to be earned in the second half. We are going to have to step it up a notch. Both sides are going to have to step it up a notch if they stand a chance of taking all 3 points here. Matt Diallo fired into Luke Young there. Here's Wilson forward from right back. Idell trying to stick with him. Try and get the foot in, which wasn't quite able to do. Young, that's flying. Dimmy needed to make the save. They keep having pop shots from the edge of the box, Forest Green, but they're not really working anything inside the area to really force the goalkeeper into a meaningful save. Lancaster's header clear is decent, and we'll try and step up from it. But Adams has got some space here, and options in the box. It's a lovely block by Jack Iredale in the area to deny them the opening goal of the game. To do a bit more defending at the beginning of this second half than perhaps I wanted to. And George Chapman has given the ball away there rather awkwardly. Here's Young into Jamil Matt. Out wide to Wilson, who's racing forward. Waiting for that touch inside. There it is. Stevenson. There's a man free here. Luke Young. Oh, why has Jamil Matt played that pass? Honestly, couldn't tell you. It opened up for him there, and he'll be furious with himself for letting that opportunity pass him by. Really good chance for Forest Green to try and take the opening goal of the game there. Into Stevenson around the corner. Through ball was an opportunity there. Adams tucks it back. Chapman will get rid of it, and Varga will complete the clearance. He got wiped out there, Varga. I'll look all the way to the right-hand side here to Lancaster, who could drive down the wing. You can see Honeyman getting forward. We'll look for George. And there's men over here. Sam Smith. Good save by Luke McGee down low. Can Joey Ironside get there? He can't. It opened up too nicely for the striker for me to be able to turn down the opportunity of a shot there, really. Failing to do so, but Joey's in here. And Honeyman is with me. Oh, but the pass is just so bad. That's why we're training Joey's passing, because it's in the late 50s. As good a striker as he can be, given the opportunity to shoot, his build-up play just isn't very good. But I am having to use him more often than not in the build-up at the moment, because the rest of the side just isn't really clicking very well right now. Adam May will look for Aflian, who's going to try and get away here. He's got the pace to do so. I've got so many men in the box to aim for. Can we find the cross to a danger man? I felt like I put a lot of power on that, but it was low and it was poor and it wasn't good enough from Aflian. One of our highest rated players now. In fact, I think our second highest rated player at 70, but that was unacceptable from him. Really poor delivery, and with so many men in the middle waiting to tuck that home, I certainly hope we don't live to regret that poor cross. We won't at the moment, but I think the referee is going to blow his whistle. It'll be a tame 0-0 draw away from home against Forest Green in Nailsworth. We haven't gotten up and running yet so far this season. At times last year, we were scoring freely. So far this season, the goals seem quite hard to come by. And I think we can put that down to the fact that Joey Ironside isn't being as free scoring as he was last year. Some scout reports come back on some other players. Wow, Elliot List is absolutely rapid. Didn't realise he was quite as fast as he is. Sam Tavid is also quite quick, but just not got the technical ability to go with it. And Dimmy's grown again up to 69 rating now. If we get any more out of him? No, it appears that is him finished growing for the time being. Not to worry, there's plenty more to be done. Is Dominic Morgan going to grow anymore? Certainly is in a few weeks' time. I could train him a bit more there, but his positioning really needs it more so than anything else at the moment, so I'm going to have to leave him on that one. Right. Frustrated to not get the result there, and that's now 2 games in a row where we haven't scored, which is frustrating, and the Wigan one as well. So 3 of our 5 games so far this season, we haven't been able to put the ball in the back of the net. Come on then. Let's go and put the ball in the back of the net against Salford and see what we can do there. Play 3, sim 3 was the plan. Here comes the third played. Tom King in goal for Salford, promoted from the league below last season. Donald Love, Easton, Turnbull and Ibu Toure, they're back 4. Jason Lowe and Matty Willock in the holding roles. Luke Burgess on the right. Josh Morris on the left. Conor McElhaney at cam, and Tom Elliott. If you've been a long-term viewer of the channel, you'll remember him from a Cambridge United save up top alongside Kwesi Appiah. Might be FIFA 15, that. The first one we did. He's been around the houses since, Tom Elliott, as high as Millwall in the Championship, and now as low as Salford in what was League 2, but now up into League 1 with them. A couple of changes for me as well, fitness related. Sadie gets a start at striker, and Adam May is into the lineup as well at centre mid. And you'll notice that Harrison Dunk is also in for Jack Iredale at left back too. 3 changes in the last game, couldn't find us a winning answer. Can the 3 changes in this game get us a way through? Lancaster cuts that out nicely. And Sadie might look for Lancaster again. Plays the ball over the top. Lancaster is in behind. He's left-footed, so I'll try and perhaps work the angle for the shot. It'll fall to Adam May. Twice, will it? No, the keeper, King, gets to it very quickly indeed. Raced out to that there. Tom King did really well to close that down and gobble it up, because I was going to try and get to it with Adam May and try and work another opportunity. A sharp turn from the defender there, nearly lost the ball with a loose control. Turned well enough, but the touch was very heavy. Unfortunately for him, and annoyingly for me, he was able to get to it first. It might be in here. McElhaney from distance. Dimmy with a save. You'll notice we've changed the nets. I meant to mention this in a previous episode, from the stripes to the check style with the black and yellow. Even though Cambridge play in amber, as you can see, but still, it's a shade of yellow, I suppose, and I can't get amber nets, so we'll just go with yellow. Oh, it's loose from George. It's really loose, and Elliott will find McElhaney. Low to Willock. Forced out wide to Morris. Has a couple in the box to potentially aim for. The man drifting at the back post had my worry. I'm surprised the defender hasn't been able to intercept that. In fact, really frustrated that the defender wasn't able to intercept that. Here's Willock, could look for Tom Elliott. We'll find Tom Elliott, but it's a scuffed shot that's poorly taken and easily held by the goalkeeper. Nice to see Dimmy keeping clean sheets still at the beginning of this season. It's just the frustration that the ball isn't going in at the other end with a similar level of efficiency. We're able to keep it out at one end, but not get it in at the other, and that doesn't necessarily help when it comes to winning games. But it certainly does help when it comes to avoiding losing them, at least. I'll get this out wide looking for Lancaster, but again, the passing is just so poor with my side right now. They're overhitting everything for, as far as I can make out, no real reason. Occasionally, I play what should be a really simple... That one obviously was a bit more far-reaching, but occasionally I'll play a really simple pass, and it will either be horribly misplaced or just be well overhit. Like, that was a not straightforward pass to make, and they made it very accurately, very well done. Lancaster to Sadie, into Adam May. Adam May from the edge of the box. It will fall to Sadie, but he can't get his feet sorted out quickly enough. And I just can't force the issue in front of goal so far this season. Still 0-0 here for another game in a row. Nibs to May, and out wide here to... Oh, it's just so unnecessary, the little dodgy touches. They'll take a touch, like a little one, and then get a heavy one immediately afterwards in the same motion, and I'm struggling to deal with it at the minute. I feel like I've actually improved the quality of the side on paper, but actually in-game, they're not playing anywhere near as well. Nibs is there, and you can see the man on the far side getting forward, so we will look for Jack Lancaster, and the pass is decent on this occasion. Try and turn inside, and he's done well. Honeyman is here on the edge of the box, but he's picked off. Oh, the frustration is building now, because we're getting so close to scoring some really nice goals, or at least creating the opportunity to score some really nice goals. Dunk's taking things into his own hands now, but again, a heavy touch when I'm looking to slow the run down and play the pass, and he just keeps sprinting. Oh, I can't score, lads. I really can't score. Here's Smith. Out wide to Toure, forward from left back, but nice interception by Josh Key. He's been rock solid since coming in from Exeter, and in fact won the throw for us as well. Warman's come off the bench now for Lancaster, who was starting to tire on the wing. Adam May trying to get the ball under control and failing to, seemingly, but Aflian played in. I've been underwhelmed with Aflian so far. Hopefully he'll have the opportunity to make an impact sooner rather than later. Right, Nibs through looking for Honeyman, but again it's unnecessarily overplayed. I barely put any power on that, knowing that it didn't need to be overhit, and he still overhit it. 20 minutes left to go in this game here against Salford, and I am starting to question my players' performances this season. Nicely intercepted by Jones. Nibs turns well out to Aflian. Love comes across. It's a sharp turn. It's got to be a foul there, surely. I don't know what I've got to do, lads. I don't think a change in formation is going to work. That's certainly not going to be the answer. I'm trying to call a second man. How do I call a second man? RB, call for second player. Play that short. Then work it inside to Okadina, who has support here. Nibs with the turn. Bit of space. If that's the quality we're going to have in front of goal this year, we are going to need a much better striker. We're going to need to look to not necessarily move on Nibs or Ironside, but certainly replace them in the starting lineup. But we can only do that if we're able to raise some funds. So I am in an awkward position at the moment where we've improved as much as we can with all of the money we've spent. And in the midfield and defence, we are seemingly significantly improved because we're not conceding anywhere near as many goals as we were last year. But up top, we are certainly lacking the incision we were having last year. Morris out to Toure. Toure into the middle too. Man in the middle here. Don't foul him. You're not going to give a pen for that, surely. He's just turned into me. Show me the replay. I've poked the ball away. I didn't press tackle. He's just turned into me. Okadina's just sidestepping behind him. How cocky can you get? 85th minute in a game where Salford have had not much at all to show for in front of goal, and he tries the Panenka to the top corner and it doesn't pay off. Justice, because there wasn't a penalty in the bloody first place, but increasingly frustrating for the Salford fans who feel like they might have won the game there. Dunk will drive inside. Find Aflian. Can he finally do something positive? Nibs in the box. Ball gets away from him. Now I've had the chance to potentially win it at the end, and I'm getting frustrated at my players for underperforming. Touches, dribbles, passes, all off so far this season. Maybe it's morale, that's causing an issue with slightly lower ratings? I'm not sure, but something is up with this team right now. They are not playing as well as they did last year. We are having a case of second season syndrome thus far, and I'm not enjoying it. Can't get rid of this. I call scripting. I call fucking scripting. That's bullshit. He fumbled the first one and didn't come for the cross. Seemingly to allow the man at the back post to have a header on target. It was only because I was there with my defender to get rid of it. Otherwise, the keeper would have let the man at the back post have the header. There, he should have come for that. And here, that's straight at him. That's a fucking joke. That's not Dimmy. That's the fucking game. That's just shit from FIFA 22 there. I don't deserve that defeat at all. I'm frustrated because I haven't been able to find the way through at the other end. But I do not deserve that shit at the back. It's only done it because it's the last fucking minute. And that's bollocks. Absolute bollocks. I'd say so in the interview, given the opportunity. Here we are next then against Sheffield United in the Carabao Cup. It was play 3, sim 3, and we will sim, but it will be with the rotated side again. They were able to get through the first round very well indeed on penalties, but unfortunately too much for them. Sheffield United, unsurprisingly. Sadie gets his first goal for the club though, so congratulations to him for that. Hopefully he can have an impact. I might give him a little bit more first team football, given the seeming lack of ability at the minute from our other front players to put the ball in the back of the net. Thankfully it's still only early doors, so there's still a long way to go in the season. I'm getting scout reports back now on the players that I previously had on my list to potentially loan that I can't because they're unwilling to relocate. It's just fucking ridiculous. Like, from Watford to Cambridge is like an hour and 20 minutes in the car. Who's not willing to relocate that like that for first team football? It's just laughable. Whatever. It is what it is. It's just more frustrations from losing that game, I think. Creeping through. And the fact that it's been a difficult transfer window. Moving forward, we've Gillingham and then Barrow in the cup. Gillingham in the league with the full strength team. We should be able to get a result here. Let me just see what morale is actually. Morale is alright. Morale is alright. I'm having a similar issue on FM actually with Cambridge at the beginning of a new season. The ball just isn't going in the back of the net. It has gone in the back of the net there, and Joey Ironside bags a hat-trick. Now, if you could do that in a played game for me, Joey, that would be absolutely lovely. Grabbing 3 goals there into the next round of the first group stage game, actually, of the Papa Johns, which we will sim. Barrow, obviously, the side that we did the Youth Academy Road to Glory with last year, but even my second string side should have been able to get a result there. It's ended 2-2, so it's a point apiece. In real life, it would have gone to penalties, and whoever wins on penalties gets 2 points for the group stage, and then the losing side still gets the 1 point for the draw. That's how the Papa Johns works, because of course it's got under 23 sides from Premier League teams in there as well. Not the case for FIFA, of course, because it doesn't have everything in it. But here we are on transfer deadline day then. The biggest deals so far in this window: Tchouaméni from Monaco to Barcelona, Rodrigo from Real Madrid to Juventus, and Luca Hernandez from Bayern Munich to Chelsea. We've spent 3.2 million. We've made 800,000. But at the minute, it doesn't appear to be enough yet, with the new boys still bleeding in, to get us the results we want. Altate bidding for Harrison Dunk, but that's a no from me. Thank you very much. I'm not expecting too much interest in many of my players. Now, Ben Sebaini, as you can see there on the right-hand side, going to Barcelona as well. Palhinha from Sporting to Inter for £82.5 million is now the biggest transfer of this window. Some more stupid, unrealistic bids coming in for my players there. Palhinha now at £82.5 million, the midfielder, to Inter Milan. Danny Cardenas has gone to Espanyol, as you see there, but still time running out here. Not many other sides in the division seemingly done that much business. Yuri Bashis, the left-back, has gone to Borussia Dortmund from, I want to say Sevilla or Bilbao. Might be Bilbao, actually. But you can see not many of the other clubs in the league doing much. Mikel Mandron has been sold by Crew, but there's just not much money in the lower leagues. And at the minute, not many people are doing much at all. Really, really small window from pretty much every club at this level at the moment. A couple of sides letting players go, but not replacing them. And as transfer deadline day ticks down, there's been nearly £1 billion spent on deadline day. as we get final bids from Swansea for Sam Smith. That's one of the more realistic ones that has me questioning what I should do. Sam Smith is valued at 1.2. The bid is 1.4. Bid for Varga, which I'm open to accepting at the moment. Although, well, I'll leave it. In fact, I'll leave those open to you. A bid from Swansea for Sam Smith. Obviously, Swansea are a championship side and a step above. Sam Smith not first team currently. Do I try and negotiate up to about 1.8 and make the sale, knowing that I won't be able to replace him until at least January? Or is it... Well, actually, it's pointless, isn't it? Because we're on the final hour. So even if I accept it, time will run out. Unfortunately, lads, it's been taken out of your hands. I will accept that, and I will accept this, but time will tick down. Just to prove the point, time will tick down, and the moves will fall through. Unfortunately, they won't be going anywhere. Transfer talks end, transfer talks end. You nearly got the chance to have a vote on a very important move. Unfortunately, in the end, you don't get the opportunity to. Still waiting for Mark Lloyd to train as a left back, and Winter is still growing relatively okay at right back as well, but not masses of growth from either of them. That win against Gillingham has moved us up to 10th in the league. So unfortunately, whilst the loss column got a tick from me and a draw column got a tick from me today, we are able to make it 2-2-2 with regards wins, draws and losses. So, wow, Luton flying at the top of the table. Ipswich you'd expect to be up there. Hull just relegated down from the league above and up challenging for promotion. Peterborough just relegated from the league above and up challenging for promotion. Luton just relegated from the league above and up challenging for promotion. It's going to be really tough this year to get out of this division via an automatic promotion spot unless they start to fold. But we haven't hit form yet, to be fair. We haven't hit form yet, and there is still a long way to go in the season. So I'm going to keep the faith, and hopefully we can turn it around. Right, let's show you what the biggest transfer deals were, all told, in that window for this season thus far. Polinia, well, you knew about those four. Timo Werner from Chelsea to Real Madrid for 68.1. Niklas Sula in real life is going to Borussia Dortmund. Here he's gone to Borussia Mönchengladbach. Thiago Alcantara to Arsenal. Skriniar to Manchester United. Mazraoui to PSG. Richarlison to Roma. Christensen to Wolves. Danny Carvajal to Napoli. John Stones to Spurs. Tapsoba to Inter. Tierney to AC Milan. Intriguing one. Onana to Inter. Onana's supposed to be going somewhere in real life, and my brain is telling me it might actually be Inter. I'd have to double check that, or you guys can let me know in the comments section. Lisandro Martinez has gone to Sporting. Gabriel has gone to AC Milan from Arsenal. Joe Gomez to Borussia to Bayern München. Gabi Martinez to Leverkusen. Griezmann to Atalanta. Firmino to Inter. And Ndombele to Dortmund. Anything else of note? Kovacic to Wolfsburg. That's a surprising let go from Chelsea. I mean, Guiri is a player that we know well from the Chesnoid FC save, and he's gone to AC Milan. Darwin Nunez is a player I would like to sign and try out in this save later down the line, hoping we get the opportunity to do that before he gets too old, basically. Calvin Phillips has gone to Spurs. That should never happen. Matthias Ginter to Barcelona. Gravenberg to Valencia. Fofana's a really good midfielder, and he's gone to Fiorentina. De Vries has gone to Villarreal. That's an odd one. Harvey Barnes to Lazio. Guendouzi to Sevilla. Akanji to Sevilla. Ben Yedder to Athletic Club. Harry Maguire to Roma. They love signing an English centre-back from Manchester United, don't they, Roma? Chris Smalling going the other way as well. Grimaldo to FC Bayern München. Anything else dramatic to Spurs? We saw Diego Carlos to Bayern Munich. Maxi Gomez to Newcastle, splashing the cash. Mikkel Damsgaard to Leicester City. Matty Cash to Nice. And Kevin Volland back to Germany to Wolfsburg. That rounds out the transfer window this season, or at least this summer. Tomorrow, Hull, yikes, and Peterborough, yikes, and then one of Charlton, Lincoln, or Bolton, depending on who's where in the league. And to be fair, Bolton are right above us, but the Charlton game is the away one, and I might be better off simming the home games of Bolton and Lincoln. So we'll play Hull, we'll play Charlton, and we'll play Peterborough, and from there we'll see what we can do. Mansfield down the bottom at the minute. Four sides without a win. Northampton recently promoted on 4 draws thus far, so they've not lost any more than we have. We've just been able to put the ball in the back of the net enough to win 2 games. I won the one against Burton myself and could have scored a hatful in that. And perhaps the fact that we didn't was a sign of what was to come in today's episode. But hopefully it's just a one-off with the distractions of the transfer window. And fingers crossed we can get back to winning form moving forward. Right, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you tomorrow with another episode. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any more videos. And I'll see you next time.